In this video, you're going to be learning about how you can detach from people, outcomes, and even use it in the law of attraction. I won't go into the law of attraction too much, but you can use this with the law of attraction and letting go, detaching, and accepting the way things are. Welcome back to another video. I'm Maximilian and I help people empower their lives. And the way I do this is by the daily things that I teach them. The little wisdoms, I call them little wisdoms. And this video, like I said, all about letting go, detaching, and just accepting. So the first thing is holding on to anything, anyone or any situation is just going to make you want it more because you're constantly thinking about it, you're constantly holding on to it. So the pain point is you want to let go of something so that you can attract better into your life. So this is sort of the law of attraction, and you want to let go of what's going on or some sort of outcome, some sort of goal. But the problem is that you're holding on to it, you're thinking about it too much, you're trying to let go of it, which makes you think about it more, which makes it harder to let go of. And a great way to allow yourself is by not coming from a state of lack, coming from a state of calmness, coming from a state of I don't need, I've already got exactly what I want, but more would be acceptable and I would definitely take it. And holding on to people or someone that has hurt you badly and holding on to that anger is going to be detrimental to yourself, to your soul. And the only way I can explain this is just like, if you're angry at someone else, they might not even know that you're angry at them. Now the best one I can use is when you're driving a car, you're in traffic, someone cuts you up, you start beeping, you start swearing, you start going crazy, they drive off, you're now in a bad mood, they don't even know that you did that because their music was up loud, they were singing away and they didn't have a clue what you were doing. So all you're doing is holding on to the bad emotion, and you're holding on to them and what they've done. And you can't, unfortunately, you can't choose and make people do what you want them to do. If they're gonna do something, the only thing you can do is either change it or accept it. And if you can't change it, then you have to accept it. Otherwise, you're gonna feel the pain of anger. And the pain of anger is all it is like drinking a cup of poison and expecting someone else to feel it. So you're angry at them, you're feeling the pain, but you're expecting them to feel it, and that's why you're angry at them. You want them to feel the pain that you're feeling, but because they've hurt you in the past. So if someone's hurt you in the past and you want to let go of how they've hurt you, you can do this in many different ways. But first I want you to understand that you need to accept life for the way it is. Whatever happens in life, no matter what it is, whether someone punches you in the face, whether you fall over, you break your leg, whatever happens to you, whether you crash your car, you have to understand, and the way that I do it is I understand that it could have been worse. I play the it could be worse game. And this is very, very easy to play because you can always think of something that could have happened. So for example, you bump your car into someone in front of you, you get a tiny little dent on your car. It could be worse. Someone could crash into the back of you and write off your car. And you can keep going with this until you understand that, yeah, mine isn't really too much of a big problem, to be honest. Like, people have had worse, because if you think about what you're going through, there's people that have had way worse than you. There's people that have had way worse than me, and I understand that completely. And they're the real heroes in this world. They're the ones that are getting through their life, and they're still positive. They're still smiling through it. And I understand it's not easy, but you need to let go of what is happening in your life. You need to let go of whatever it is. So the best way to do this is just accept it. When you understand that life happens for you and not to you, you understand that that is happening for a good reason. So you can learn something from a mistake. You can learn something from someone being horrible to you. You can learn, if it's a relationship, you can learn that I would never put myself in that relationship again. I would never put myself in that situation ever again because I know how painful it is, and I would never do that to someone else. So not only have you understood yourself, you've understood that if you see other people in this situation, you would know, this is what happened to me, I can tell you exactly, and I can help you get out of it with what I have done. And that is the way that I see absolutely everything. Whenever shit goes wrong in my life, I use it to my advantage and say, what can I learn from this situation? What can I learn that in the future I can help people with? And that is exactly what I'm doing. Your mess is your message. What's happened in your life, all the things that have gone wrong in your life, Use them as your message, use them to help other people, use them to empower other people, and that is where you can sort of detach from an outcome. You can use what's going on in your life to get around it, finding ways, whether it's speaking to people, whether it's watching videos, whether it's reading books, listening to audiobooks, whatever way you want to do it yourself, you want to learn about it, do it in your way. But understand that we all learn in different ways, so I can't tell you to go and listen to a video because you might prefer to read a book. You might prefer to speak to someone. It's down to you. You have to work this one out for yourself. But if you want to speak to someone and you want to get their learnings of how they done it so that then you can pass them learnings on to someone else, by all means do that. Do whatever is easiest for you, because there's no point in going the hard way in life. If you can get away from the hard way, do it. Do it. It's a lot easier, it's a lot quicker, and it's a lot less time consuming. Whereas the hard way, it will take a bit more time, you'll have to study and you have to do it, but you've got them two options. And if you have to go the hard way, accept that maybe that's the reason. That's how I accept it. It's taken me a long time to learn all this stuff. I've done it the hard way because I didn't have any money to do it. I just thought, I'm gonna have to do it, so I'm gonna have to get my head down, I'm gonna have to start learning, I'm gonna have to do this, and I have to do this. And it has served me way better, in my opinion, for myself, because I needed the patience. I needed to understand that I needed to be patient, because I thought, when I first started doing what I was doing, when I first started a business, I thought, oh, it's easy, in a couple of years I'll be earning millions straight away. But I needed to understand the patience, and that is what I've been hit in the face with and been told subconsciously. You need to be patient, you need to wait it out, you need to constantly be persistent with whatever it is you're doing, and that's exactly what I've got from everything that I've been doing. So understand that life is happening for you and not to you, and when you do understand that, your life will change for sure. So don't allow the bad things in your life to take control of your body. Don't allow them to take control of your mind. Don't allow them to ruin you, because things go wrong for everyone. If you stood in a room and you explain your story, I could guarantee you if there was 100 to 200 people there, 5 to 15 roughly would stand up and say exactly that. I'm going through exactly that. If not, they'd say that is so similar to exactly what I'm going through. So a very easy and simple technique to let go of people and to let go of emotions like anger, hate, depression, or anxiety towards people. So for example, someone makes you feel anxious, someone makes you feel angry, someone makes you feel sad. A great way of letting go is doing a simple visualization. And all this is just sitting in a meditative position, closing your eyes and focusing on the person, what they did to you, how they made you feel, and make those emotions painful. Make it so painful that you are tensing yourself up. Physically, this works a lot better with anger than sadness. But I'll tell you what, you can do it with sadness, because sadness just makes you, like, that's the difference with sadness. If you're feeling sad and you want to do this, drop yourself down, really get low and feel the emotion of sadness so severely. And I do recommend clenching your fists up, especially for anger. This is a lot easier to clench because you're angry, but sadness, still clench your fists up, because it's important for the letting go part. So allow yourself to visualize the person, think about what they've done. If 0 to 10 is a scale, 10 is they have hurt you so bad you want to do something about it. Get to 10 and just tense yourself up. Tense yourself up if you're sad, tense yourself up if you're angry. Do whatever it is, really feel this for 20 seconds and make it painful. Make it so painful that you really are starting to feel this emotion and it really is starting to wind you up. And get to the emotion. After 20 seconds, physically release the tension. Physically release it, so you're doing an actual action of releasing. And whether you want to scream, whether you want to let out a sigh, whether you want to let out whatever it is, just let something out. And when you do that, picture the person, picture them in front of you, picture yourself hugging them, telling them you forgive them, telling them you accept them, telling you have empathy for them, and allow them to be forgiven in your mind. Do this constantly until you can physically come to terms with, if you did see them, you could say, I forgive you, but you don't have to speak to them. That's the beauty of it. You don't have to go and physically speak to them and say, I forgive you, and shake their hand. All you have to do is mentally go through this. So it's a lot easier than physically going up to someone, because I understand when you see them, the emotions probably might come back, but you don't have to have them in your life. I'm not saying you have to go and be friends with them again. I'm just saying forgive them in your mind so you're not feeling these emotions. It's down to them whether they want to feel these emotions. It's completely up to you how you want to feel in your own mind. So Feel yourself calming, and this won't happen after the first time. You will have to do this consistently. Do it for a minimum of every day for 1 week to 1 month. Between there, you should feel the release very quickly. We're all different. We all start different times. We're all different. So I can't tell you exactly how long it will take you personally, but if you do this for a week to a month, you will see a massive difference because you're giving yourself forgiveness. Forgiveness is the ultimate tool. Forgiveness is the most powerful thing other than love. Love is the highest. Forgiveness is probably just below it, because then you're not feeling any hatred, you're not feeling any envy, you're not feeling any ego, you're not feeling any other emotion other than love for this person. Just feel love for them. Tell them you're sorry for them. I'm empathetic for you. I understand why you have done it. Come to terms with why they have done it. And eventually, after time, you'll understand that you can feel forgiveness for this person, for what they've done, for how they've treated you. So don't allow other people to rile up your emotions. You deserve to be happy, and just because they have done something to you in the past doesn't mean that you have to attach to how they've made you feel. I've had people do some horrible things to me in the past. I've had people literally walk away with business plans in the past. But if I would hold a grudge to that, I wouldn't be able to focus on the next thing. And if you're not letting go, this comes all the way back to the first one of, if you're not letting go, you're never going to attract more into your life. If you're not letting go of a past relationship because they've hurt you so bad, if you ever went on a date, the person can probably vibe from you telling that you're still in love with your ex, you're still blah blah blah. You hate her, you hate him, but you're still in love with them. You're still attached to them. Maybe not in love, you're still attached to them. So don't allow yourself to feel this attachment. Detach, let go, and like prosper. Feel abundant, feel free. Allow yourself to forgive. Now, I'm very grateful for you for watching these videos. Please like, please subscribe. If you like my stuff, please follow me on Instagram as well. It's the same as my YouTube channel. The link will be in the bio. Send me a message if you've got any questions. But I hope you like this video, and I hope you keep smiling, because smiling's important. Trust me. And I'll see you on the next video.